Hello everyone, welcome to Diecast Calls. Hey, thanks for coming back again. Really enjoy their comments and you share some of your really cool Hot Wheels videos, some restorations, some new stuff, some vintage stuff. I'm primarily a Hot Wheels Redline era collector. I have some restored models. I buy, I sell, I collect, I trade, and I'm always looking for new, vintage Redlines to buy. That's primarily what I'm looking for. And here's a great example. I've got a bunch of 68s I want to show you today. Check out this Eldorado, custom Eldorado. Yep, from 1968, an original 16. I got a couple of these I want to show you real quick, and then I'll go through some 69s. This is a faded olive custom Eldo. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this shine. Look at the spectra flame on that. Beautiful matted black colored roof, painted roof. You know, the lack of a cowl mark from when the hood was rotated up and bumped against the cowl. You don't see that on this model. Really nice, really well kept car. And the lines, all the sharp edges that are typically very vulnerable to be worn, those are really nice looking, aren't they? Look at that faded olive custom Eldorado. Yep, right there. All right, that's really what I want to get us started with. You know me, I love 68s. They're very hard to find in good condition, and here's a good example of that. So obviously it's a Hong Kong model. You can tell by the glass, the tinted blue, the black steering wheel. You know, the color of the spectra flame that was applied in Hong Kong, you know, it's always a little bit unpredictable as far as the actual, you know, the finish. Sometimes you get like a sandy finish on these things, a sandy feel. This is very, very glossy, this one here. And I always check the hood too. The hood's very secure. Got a nice bright engine inside there. Nice engine. What a beautiful profile car. This is a Hong Kong version. Also, you can tell by the chrome on the wheels. Those are like shiny chrome versus dull chrome that you find on the US models. There's the painted tail, not painted tail, but a black matted painted tail with no gas cover cap on the middle, as you would find in the US version of that. And the Hong Kong casting shows what they call a line, a straight line across. It goes straight right above the wheel as compared to its US counterpart, which shows a line that goes over and above the wheel. See the difference between the two? Straight bone line and US model that went around. Now sometimes you'll find a US with a bone line. Very, very interesting to find that. Kind of watch out for that. And I was talking about the gas cap cover, US, Hong Kong. And then the bases on these, look at the base differences. The Hong Kong is above, all the detail, the drivetrain, the oil pan, the shock absorbers. Isn't that neat? You know, you get all the detail of the Hong Kong. Look at the gas tank underneath there. And then I was referring to Hong Kong wheel chrome versus US chrome. There's your telltale difference right there. Hong Kong, US. So that is something I want to point out about the original 16. They're not all the same. This was manufactured in Hong Kong. This was manufactured in the US of A, Hawthorne, California. Original 16, 1968 base. What a car. What a beautiful little pony right here. Nice, secure hood. Reveals a beautiful engine. This is a top shelfer, guys. This is one of those cars where you want to put up there and you say, look at this pony. Yep, look at the color, the glossy finish on it. Got a little bit of toning spots. You know, the thing is 53 years old. Still in beautiful shape. What a gorgeous car. Yeah, I've got many, many customers that are looking for ponies, and I try to accommodate them. I do run live auctions every week. If you happen to subscribe to and are a member on Facebook, check me out, Jim Axt. I run my auctions on Studio Redline. I'd love to have you on board. Here's a Hong Kong Python. And again, the engine was different, the glass is different. The profile, if you look at your Hong Kong versus US Pythons, you're going to see a little difference as far as how they were painted. The tailpipes, as an example. Now the red Pythons, Mattel did not paint the tail light red. If it's red spectral flame, they did not add a painted, if you will, brake lights. Yeah, there it is. So far so good. We have 4 beautiful original vintage original 16s. Why not add another one? How about it? A custom T-Bird in gold. Ooh, nice car. You know right now, right? You looking at it? Yep, manufactured in Hong Kong. You got it. Yeah. Oh, the detail, that's a telltale. The 4 holes that show the axles. There it is, 67 base. Now the early versions of these would have what they call deep dish wheels. These are not deep dish. As you're looking at the profile of the wheel right there, you can see the little part jutting out there, the little chrome, you know, hub jutting out. A deep dish, you wouldn't see that jutting out like that. It would be submerged. You'd just see the wheels and a little cavity underneath there. This is one gorgeous little custom T-Bird right here. Let's see, we can open up that, oh, there we go. I tug on it, always want to tug on it to make sure it's tight. It shows a beautiful engine. Of course, the Hong Kong version did not paint the grille. The US is painted. Beautiful matted black painted top. Try to mimic the vinyl look, if you will. There's the original taillights. Think about that, 1968 to today. 53 years, still in gorgeous condition. Another original 16 for your viewing pleasure. Don't you love it when you can find absolutely gorgeous original 16 Redlines? How about this one? Silhouette. Silhouette. The thing with the silhouettes too is kind of cool is the base and the top. Sometimes the colors don't quite match. Not a big deal. It's not really that big deal as far as a quote-unquote factory error. Little missing paint right there where my thumb is. Nice bubble. The roll bar a lot of times is worn down from skidding, you know, down the track upside down, or, you know, some aggressive play, you know. Silhouette. That's a nice little original 16, US, of course. Love that. Ooh, I love that color. You know what, as long as you're talking about silhouettes, I've got one for you. How about this one? Light blue silhouette. Beautiful. Very much sought after color too. Tough to find in good condition because the lighter colors they show the wear a lot of times more so than your darker compadres. So here's a nice little silhouette, still in really nice condition. See the different colors there? I was talking about the base versus the top. Just a tick off there. Just a tick off. Very typical though. Yeah, nice chromy side pipes, both sides. Nice bubble. Minimal wear, if anything, on that roll bar up there. Silhouette. Now sometimes the early silhouettes will have painted headlights. These aren't painted, so watch for that. If you have a silhouette, go grab your silhouette and look to see if those headlights are painted, and they'll be painted like a silver color from Mattel. Those will be early, and you'll find those on your Hong Kong versions. Silhouettes. There you go. Original 16s. Yep, got another one. Custom fleet side, Hong Kong. Early run painted tail. It's a little bit worn down, but Mattel actually, on the early runs, they would paint the tail the same color as the car. And then they discontinue that for reasons of saving money. But here is a nice little fleet side for you. Not too bad. I wish the grill was a little bit more matted black color, but we'll take it. We'll take this guy right here. It looks like those looks like the pipes are painted on the top too. Tough to find. Those pipes are painted silver. They're not painted the color of the car. Yeah, a little bit tougher to find. Keep an eye out for that as well. And then sometimes you'll find these cars, those Hong Kong nice chromy wheels, all medium size on the fleet sides. Is the cover, the back canopy, to make sure that it snaps nice. You got the two little prongs there that snap back in. Listen to it. Snaps tight nicely, doesn't it? That's a beaut right there. We'll put that next to the silhouette. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 original 16s. Original 16s. Yeah, there you go. How about a couple more? You say, yeah, I say, okay, too. Now, this one, here's an example of one of the original early runs, if you will, the very early model of Mattel Hot Wheels was the Camaro. Now, this is a beautiful, no black roof, green Camaro. Look at the space between the cowl and the hood. See that space right there? You know why that is? That's why right there. See that? See, it's off. The pin is there. I looked underneath. You can actually look underneath. You can see the pin kind of wobbling around there, but it lost its seat. It wasn't seated, or the seat is broken. Now, it sits nice, okay? There's no issue with that. A little bit of space, like I said, between the back of the hood and the cowl, but yeah, see how it dips down a little bit on the right side there, on the driver's side? Yep. There it is, custom Camaro. Ooh, what a nice car. Black painted tail. This is a beauty. Yeah, US custom Camaro. Let's put him next to the Eldorado. Yeah. All right, I got a couple more for you. Actually, yeah, I do. As I'm looking at it. Ooh, I want to show you a really cool one too. So this is no slouch, is it? No. A Flight Gold. Really beautiful custom Corvette. US, of course, you can tell by the light paint on the taillights versus Hong Kong. Of course, the base, that's a telltale right there. Beautiful car, excellent condition. Now this hood opens up that way, reveals an absolutely gorgeous chromy engine. This is a top shelfer, guys, too. I'm telling you what, don't you love it when they're this clean? Look at those, the grill. Nice and clean, nice and fresh, very crisp. Beautiful transition to a light gold custom Corvette. Man, I love that car. Yeah, we'll put the muscle over here. Let's put the muscle over here, shall we? Let's do it. Let's show that baby off. I got a couple more 16s for you. Here's a hot heap. This is no slouch whatsoever. This is actually what they, I don't know, there's some terms for this. It's actually a faded green, but it actually fades to sort of a aqua color. So common term for that is, well, some people use the common term as graqua. Yeah. I just think it's beautiful. I think it's a gorgeous car. It is US. It's got the white glass. Got the US engine. The engine's seated like this versus the Hong Kong, which is seated a little bit farther from the fireboard. Look at that! Look at that grill. Got a little bit of scratch on it. The color is awesome. Love the color. Look at that! Look at that color. Fade green to aqua. See that color difference right there? Look at your hot heaps. I bet you got a couple of them like that. Look at the color here. See that? Look at the color here. See the difference between the two? Usually I find hot heaps have a different color on one side versus the other. And then sometimes the running boards are not painted. This one is. Nice little hot heap right there. Original 16 again. Let's put him here. So here's all original 16s. I have two more. I have a custom Firebird US. Check that hood. Oh, I check that hood. Is it nice and tight, nice and snug? It is. There's your grill. Ooh, nice. Nice and crispy, nice and black. Got a little cowl mark right there. See where my thumb is? That's where when the hood opens up, it touches against the cowl. I described that earlier, right? See that? So don't get too aggressive with your toys. Clear glass. Nice ivory interior. Nice car. It's got a little mark on the back here. Yep. And then there's your tail lights. They're painted red. And the base. Let's look at the base. Sometimes there's 67 versus 68 base. This is a 68 base. So look at all those. Look at those original 16s. I got one last one for you here. I'm going to talk about that catalog in the back. There's a reason for that. How about this little Beatnik Bandit? Oh, yeah. I'm thinking this is antifreeze. I really do. I've got that sneaking suspicion. This is one gorgeous little antifreeze, little sweet stuff here. Look at that. Look at that profile. Isn't that neat? Do you love that? Yeah, shiny base. Beautiful color. Nice bubble too, not all scuffed up. It's got the steering stick in it. The Hong Kong version will have a steering wheel in it. US version has a steering stick. Different profile in the back and the front on Hong Kong versus US. There you go. Oh yeah, look at those 16s. Okay, so those are the 16s. Now let's take a look at some 69s. Make some space in the back there. So the Brabham Repco, let me open up this catalog a second. This is a 1970 international catalog, collector's catalog, right? And what they did is when they introduced a new model year, they named the different categories. This one is the Grand Prix cars. Want to be a race driver? Start here. Yeah. Well, let's start with right here. Let's start with this one, the Brabham. This is the Brabham Repco. This is a really nice Brabham. I'll tell you why. The chromey pipes, beautiful finish, nice Hong Kong wheels, both sides, and this one's missing its sticker. So when Mattel manufactured these cars, the open wheel Brabham, they would put a Hot Wheels decal on the side, just on one side. This one's free. We call this a naked one. It's a nice little Brabham right there, 1969. Now the catalog says 1970, but these are all 69s. I'll give you another one. Give you another example of that. Here's another one. This is a Chaparral. It'll be a Grand Prix series. The Chaparral, right here. Chaparral 2G. Yeah, this one is actually a Chaparral 2G with a reproduction wing. Now the wings are very they're very common to be lost. The originals be lost or broken. They're very brittle. Some are very, very brittle. This one is very tight, so I'm giving it some pressure with my thumb, and it's very, very stiff. That's the first thing. That's the first telltale that it's been a reproduction. And the second reason I know that is I put it on. Whenever I sell these cars to collectors, I tell them I put a reproduction part on it. Like, for instance, this is a reproduction wing. I may sell a Seasider, a Hot Wheels Redlines Seasider, and that one I'll put a reproduction boat on if I don't have an original. Or a Diora, a 1968 original 16 Diora. I'll put some, if I don't have the original boards, I'll put some reproduction boards on them. Because I like to sell the cars complete, you know, that they are it's a complete unit. Now this particular one came with the 66 decal sticker, if you will. There's your hatch. Yeah, just like the picture showed there. So there's a couple of Grand Prix for you. And then 69 was also kind of cool when they came out, the show and go cars. How about the show and go? First one they show here is the twin mill. I'll show you a twin mill here, guys. Let me show you a twin mill here. I think you really love this one. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Check that out. Brown. Ooh, that's a nice car. And the former owner actually put a Grand Prix sticker on there from the Shelby Turbine. And also a couple of water slides right there, a couple little water slides. You know, I like that. I think that it shows some character, it shows the originality, and I never take those stickers off. When the original owner, be it a child or a young adult who was collecting at the time, when they put those stickers on, that's permanent as far as I'm concerned. Do not take those stickers off. Yeah, you want to keep that, you know, that character. You know, there's a story behind the car. There's a reason and method as to why they did what they did. It does a little time capsule here, a little time capsule. That's what this little twin mill is all about. Isn't that cool? Another one, we talked about this with the silhouette, the different color base versus the top. Here's a great example of that. See that? Just a tick off as far as color goes. Really kind of cool. This one does have the dark, has the white interior. You can find those with dark interior. There's a couple of 69s, a trio of 69s back there. Speaking of 69s, these are two that get mixed up sometimes. The Torero and the Turbo Fire. Or Torero and Turbo Fire. Torero and Turbo Fire. All right, so let's take the first one. The first one is a Turbo Fire. So the Turbo Fire and the Torero, both of the show and go cars, both of them are just a little bit off. Sort of a Mattel really hit a home run with these guys because they were so popular. Very unusual to find cars. You know, obviously they weren't your standard, you know, GM or Chevy or Ford or anything on the sales floor of your local car dealer. These are different kind of cars, the show and go cars. So I wanted to kind of show you the Turbo Fire and the Torero. So here is, I'll turn this over, your Torero. So Torero and Turbo Fire, 1969. See the difference? Isn't that cool? Those are neat. So those are your 69s back there. And then I got two more. Another 69 is your coupe, your Ford. Here's your Ford coupe. This one happens to be in purple. Nice little chromy front on there. A nice grill. Ooh, nice and chromy there. The back rumble seat opens up, and sometimes you get a mark from the metal hitting the metal in the back there. This one had a little accident in the back there with a little bit of a paint loss there, but boy, you just love that nice deep purple color of this particular coupe. What a nice car. Yeah, really nice little show off there. Roof is black painted matte. Nice finish on that. Nice car. So there's the 69s back there. And then last, you know, I got this car with the collection, and I thought, you know, there's a reason for everything, but here's a little Rumbler, 1971 Rumbler. They call this one the Hightailer. Hightailer. That's neat. Yeah. It also has the track guide, little track guide there, a little carriage, so it kind of holds up. It holds the driver up there. That's a cool little piece. 1971. So there it is, gang. There is the grouping. You have the 1968s in the front here. Camaro, Eldorado, a couple of ponies. Those are custom Mustangs, of course. You've got the Python, custom T-Bird, silhouette, and the custom fleet side. Then in the back, well, here's a couple 68s. The custom Corvette, the Hot Heap, and the custom Firebird. And here is a Beatnik Bandit. And then a couple of 69s, the Turbo Fire, the Torero, the 36 Coupe, classic 36 Ford Coupe, twin mill, and then a couple of Grand Prix. Your Chaparral, Brabham Repco, and then last but not least is a Rumbler, 1971 Rumbler Hightailer. Subscribe and like. Do come by often. Visit my Facebook site. I run live auctions every Tuesday night, and next Tuesday is no exception. You're always welcome. If you have a collection for sale, contact me at diecastcalls@gmail.com. I'm always looking to buy Redline collections. Until then, goodbye, everybody.